Yes, sir.
Boo! Gundy,
Wow. We here, baby.
let's go. It's a pleasure to
Episode
have you
two,
on.
bro.
It's a pleasure to be
Episode
on. Thank
two.
you for the invite. Thank you for the invite, guys.
Yeah, no, this is actually a pleasure having Gundi on here. It's
Yeah.
very we're honored that you wanted to
Oh,
come on.
I
It was
appreciate it.
hard. It was hard to get you on, your schedule. You also had a big ask money wise, but we got you here.
It's just a
Come
big
on, we pay.
schedule for me. I have a lot to do. I'm an expensive man.
Yeah, exactly.
My time is valuable. Like, I don't just come onto these things for
Like,
free.
bro, he just got offered a job today.
I did just get a
Okay.
crazy job, like super lucrative. No, I did just get a job though today, which is nice.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah,
Yes,
Mover,
sir.
baby.
yeah. I'm moving furniture now. The guy took one look at me. He's like, "You're skinny,
He
but you're
says,
tall, so you can
you're
lift."
6'6", bro, basically.
6'5", 6'5". Don't toot my
Basically.
horn too much.
I'll give you 6'6".
Yeah, okay, I'll take 6'6".
Yeah. Just get some boots, bro, for moving.
Yeah, no, I
Get
have
some
some good
boots.
boots.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yo, hey, but we gotta say congratulations to Amir Thomas, Bates College alumni.
Hey, congrats, Amir.
You
That's
did it,
sweet.
bro.
Appreciate that, brother. You guys are next, Next
Yup.
year,
Sure.
I might come out, come check you guys, You guys are next.
Absolutely, bro.
Appreciate that, Big H.
How's it being back in Bermuda?
It's lovely, bro. Lovely.
Good.
Lovely.
Are you at your house?
Yes, lovely. You
Good,
know,
good.
100%. It's lovely. Seeing my mates, seeing my grandparents. Beautiful, man.
Yes. Good, bro.
Yeah, for sure. How about you, Gundy? How is it to be back home, man?
Bro, it's been amazing. I mean, like, here's the thing about Bates is that once you spend enough time at Bates, you start to kind of, even though, like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the social scene there at Bates, but
Hmm.
I feel like after some time, I get kind of like tired or exhausted of
For
like
sure, bro.
routine I have at Bates. And just being home has been so nice. Like, haven't seen all my friends in like forever. It's been like months, I think. So not forever, but it's been a couple of months. It was really nice to see my friends. Yeah, I mean, bro, I can't believe I'm going into my senior year. This is crazy.
Yeah,
I
no.
remember getting debates freshman year. I mean, I was just like, I towered over my roommate, Hayden Bernhardt.
Yeah,
And
dude. He hype mobbed me crazy.
yeah, it was crazy. Like, I was super
Oh,
tall.
I walked in and I was like, and I took the side with the bigger or the taller bed or something like that. I forget how it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, my roommate's not gonna be taller than me. Like, come on, let's be real.
yeah. And then
Uh,
I showed up.
and then he hype mocked me.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yep. And then, bro, we were talking about, what was it? Oh yeah, wait, Gundy did Anna. First of all, I remembered Anna's name, and I
Yeah.
had never seen her since the day I met her that day, which was what, 2.5 years ago. Remembered her name. But did she medal in the race?
She did medal, and I'm trying to find
No way.
her right here. Oh wait, here it is, I think.
Wait. Who's Anna? Who's
Anna
Anna?
is my sister, it's my younger sister. She's actually going into her freshman year of high school next year, and she
Mm,
She's a
runs
crazy one.
track, or she's running
okay.
track.
Let's go.
And she had a race the other day. Actually, the day we were supposed to film. I'm trying to find this photo. There's a video of her. Um,
Mm.
there she is with her friends, bro. They're
Yeah.
huddling up, nothing crazy, but I think she just won something. I don't really know what's going on in the video, but that's my.
I thought it was gonna be her standing with a
No, no,
medal.
no. Dude,
Just
there
her
actually is a
concept.
photo of that. Let me find it. But yeah, she did really good in the race. She's really fast. She runs the 800 and the 400. I don't know what. I think she medaled in the 800 race. Um, but it's pretty interesting because she's in like kind of like a private school. So
Mhm.
she's racing against kids that are going to public schools right now in like the same like town area as her. So she knows a couple of them. And like a bunch of the people who she's going to be on a high school team with next year for track were in the race she was at a couple of days ago.
And she
So
destroyed him, or
she,
what?
dude, I think she beat them. I'm not gonna lie. I don't
Oh,
know the exact
yeah,
stats
she
with it.
did.
So yeah, no, she did well. It was yeah, it was a good race.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's tough. Hey, shout
Yeah.
out Levia Bernhardt. Shout out Levia
Shout out.
Bernhardt,
Oh,
man.
what?
My
That's
favorite
so random.
Bernhardt.
Crazy
All right,
shit.
yeah, no facts.
I had to
Shout
put
out
that out there,
Libya.
Big H. I had to put that out there. 'Cause that's my
No, no, no,
favorite
facts,
Bernhardt.
bro.
But hey, Gundy, shout out to your sister, man. We love your sister. A lot of respect.
Yeah,
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, she's doing great. She's doing great.
and
That's
yeah, no,
awesome, man.
Libya, no, it was a great time, bro. Going to Harvard graduation was crazy. It was sick. I was in Harvard Yard. It's dope.
Whoa. Wait,
Uh,
so your sister, did she just graduate from something else or what
From
exactly?
Harvard for masters. Yeah, she got her master's in education in a year.
That's awesome. My mom went to Harvard.
Dude, I
yeah.
know. I remember, bro. I remember same day, moving day. I asked her, she was talking about when
Oh,
she went to college, it was different. I was like, oh, where'd you go? She was like, I went to college in Cambridge. And
Just
I was
keeping it
like, oh,
humble.
like Harvard? And she was like, yeah.
yeah, it's humble.
She's
Yeah,
humble.
my mom played basketball at Harvard. She's
Wait,
pretty tall.
what? I didn't realize
What?
that, dude.
You
That's
didn't know that?
crazy.
Yeah, she
What?
played
Is you
basketball
were
at
a basketball
Harvard.
player?
Yeah, she played.
That's sick,
She
bro.
was a center or power forward.
Yeah, but she's
Really?
tall. She's like 5'11", 6 foot probably.
Like 6'1",
She
or
might even be 6'1". Yeah, you're right. She's very tall.
Whoa.
my
Whoa.
dad's
So
only my dad's only 5'11". She's where I get my height from.
Yeah. No, I mean she's
wow.
like she's hype mogger type. You know what I'm saying?
So Gundy, did your pops go to Harvard? Did he go to Harvard?
No, he went to Dartmouth though, and my parents,
Sheesh.
Yeah, no, they're big dogs.
yeah, they met in medical school. Uh,
Mm,
I think I want to say I don't know what medical school it was. I should know this. I think
yeah.
it might have been
I thought it was Columbia. Or no,
no.
no, I thought it was Yale because now she works at Yale.
Wait, I can look up my dad's doctor
Bro, I
bio.
swear it's Yale, bro.
Wait, hold up, Gundy. You don't live in Connecticut, do you? You're from
Bro,
I do.
yes.
I live in Connecticut.
what?
Yeah,
Yes.
bro.
What did you think, bro?
Yeah, I was tripping. I thought you was from New York, man. That's how you carry yourself. I thought you was a New
What?
York guy.
No, bro. No, I'm a
No.
Canadian, born and raised,
Mm,
born and raised.
Yeah.
that's
Kinetician.
crazy. That's tough.
Yeah, no, it's nice here. I mean, like honestly, there's not really much to say about Connecticut except that uh, it's a normal East Coast state. I mean,
Hmm.
the pizza's really good here. New Haven pizza's like top tier in my opinion. Can't really get much better than New Haven pizza. And yeah, I mean, that's about it. There's some good golf courses. Hayden, shout out Hayden.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
New
don't,
Haven, you said?
yeah, New
I never
Haven.
knew it. I thought you live in Guilford, though.
Yeah, I do. It's like
Wait,
a
wait, that's
15-minute
part of
drive.
New Haven?
It's
Bro,
part of
I
the New
met,
Haven
I was
County.
playing football with some kids in the Harvard Yard from New Haven.
Oh yeah, that's
And
not
I
too
said, I
far.
was like, oh, my roommate's from Guilford. And they were like, oh, like that, yeah, that's near us.
Yeah,
It's,
that's what people from New Haven would say about Guilford.
oh, really?
Yeah.
He's like, that's near us.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're like, I mean, Guilford's a small town and like
Haven,
it's a bit
okay.
of a different uh class bracket, I would say.
Wait, isn't Guilford like that? Like,
No, I
I
mean, it's
thought
like
Guilford's like,
middle class, upper middle class, I would
oh,
say.
I thought Guilford's like upper class. New Haven is like upper class, upper class.
No, I mean, it depends where in New Haven. I mean,
Okay, so
part,
what's the like difference in class? You just said there's a difference in class.
well,
What's
I
the
just mean like the housing and stuff like that.
okay?
A little bit different. Like I worked on a Habitat for Humanity project in New Haven
Oh, dope.
high school, and I painted a couple houses in New Haven,
Dope. That's
and
good
helped
stuff.
with the setup there. But yeah, yeah.
All right, well, we should hop into it. We only got so long. We got 40 minutes because we can't figure out how to make the recording longer on Zoom. So,
Hey, not even. We might have like 25. You know what I'm saying? We might have 25. But we been Gundy, so we chilling. You know,
Yeah,
we
we here,
yeah,
chilling.
baby. We here. That's what
yeah,
matters.
We
yeah,
chilling.
exactly, bro. All right, so let's start off.
Yeah.
Quote of the day. Quote of the day, I believe is actually I didn't write who it's from, but my mind, I think I remember it's Socrates. It's a classic, which is the unexamined life is not worth living, which I don't know, Gandhi being a minor, you also being a minor in philosophy, you might have heard that.
I mean, honestly, I have not heard that quote specifically, but it makes sense, right? If you
Yeah.
can't examine by unexamined life, does he mean like
Just means like living a life and not basically without philosophy, but really, and we'll get deep into this more in the debate, but basically just not questioning things in general. Like questioning is so important to living like like quote unquote proper life, or like it's so important to living life in general,
Yeah.
just thinking about what's going on in the world. But we will get more into that in the debate for sure. All right, so first philosophy segment. And we'll start off. I mean, if you can choose, Gundy, if you want to go first. Also, if you want some time to think.
Hmm.
Um, Also for the listeners. So Amir runs all the YouTube, does the Zoom and all that. I do more of like the planning, the thing. So like Amir doesn't know the questions either. Like it's like straight off the dome for him as well. Like he doesn't, I come up with his stuff. So philosophy, need to prove yourself. So I was talking about this with Gandhi the other day actually.
Hmm.
And about this need that a lot of people have, this mainly I think motivated by insecurity, to like prove themselves in many ways. And this can be like within toxic masculinity, but it also can just be in everyday life. Like ego can kind of fuel this fire of like needing to prove yourself or like be better than others. And it also, I think it actually causes insecurity. So it almost makes things worse. So not only is it cause me insecurity, but also causes insecurities. And yeah, I was just wondering what you guys think about like this idea. This kind of connects to what we were talking about 2 weeks ago with ego. Whether you should like see a sense of self and like compete with others or not. Um, yeah, let you guys.
Yeah. I can go first there. I mean, that's a great
Yeah.
question. I would just say that, like, when it comes to the kind of need to prove yourself or this feeling that you have to live up to certain expectations or standards that other people may or may not have for you, I mean, that's kind of like, that's just kind of what living is in a way. Like humans, I think, partly just exist in an environment where they're constantly looking to their peers for approval or like some sort of recognition. It's just kind of how it is. I mean, not everyone's like that, obviously, but I think like the norm, what you commonly see in like especially younger college, high school, young adults is that they really rely on the people around them to make themselves feel good about themselves in a way.
I think that's the biggest thing is like
Yeah.
relying on others' approval to approve of yourself, which is so it's detrimental to your mental health and to like self-confidence and security in general because you can't control what other people think. Like you just cannot control what other people are. Their experiences and their opinions make them a totally different person. They it will never truly understand you the way you understand yourself. So if you're relying on someone else for approval, you're almost never going to be satisfied with yourself, really, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, this is brilliant. But I think that like we're conditioned to think that way by society, like from young. And like I'm kind of curious, like, why are we so conditioned to think like that? And also, like, how do we break out of that, if that makes any sense?
Hmm.
It's a good question. I think maybe a way to, I don't know about breaking out, but people probably can grow out of like
Yes.
that mindset by like first, I mean, it takes a certain level of maturity, I feel like, to recognize like patterns that you may have in your relationships with other people and recognize that it can be unhealthy, like the way that you're kind of like feeding off of others for approval. That kind of like ultimately that's the way you feed your ego from other people. Like it's not easy to recognize that, especially if you're doing that without
So
anyone else really like speaking up about it or letting you know that it's unhealthy or dangerous. But yeah, I mean, you kind of, I think you grow and you mature and you can kind of reflect in your own actions over time and realize that they can be dangerous or unhealthy.
totally. And I think that in terms of Amir saying like how do we kind of break out of this? Because I totally agree. I think that we are kind of like conditioned to be this way. And like conditioned to like have this sense of self and like ego about ourselves. And I think that for some people it's like really built in their lives. Like you think of like Matthew McConaughey, if he wasn't as good looking as he was, or other people tell him he's good looking, he wouldn't be like rich and he probably wouldn't have met these friends that he has, like all these things, like this is like his what other people think of him is like so important. Um, but I think it's important to live a life where you don't have to rely on others' approval necessarily. Um, it's hard though because like thinking about like my parents running a business, like in general running a business, like you kind of do have to like have a good effect on others and like they have to perceive you in a good manner. But I think that in general, you should just do good, what you feel is truly good, spread as much love as possible, and then let the rest take care of itself. And you understand that what's not in your control isn't in your control, and that includes other people's views of yourself. And like that kind of means like you don't have to try and prove yourself. You just do good and spread love and let the
That's
rest handle.
brilliant. So Big H, you just brought up the business. I'm interested in how about like the career? Like I just graduated college and I'm looking to get into a career. Maybe not a career, but I'm looking for a job, if that makes any sense. And it's like, do you think I should have the mindset where it's like, okay, Amir, whatever you deem is fit and you feel is best, pursue that industry? Or do you think I should listen to other people and what they think should be best, maybe because they have a little bit of more experience than me in the real world? So what do you guys
it.
think about that?
That's a good point. I think that it's important to listen to others in general. And like, uh, I was talking with someone the other day about like listening to elderly and like talking to like people older than you in general. And like, it's just so important to talk to other people that have more wisdom because they've just been around for longer than you and experienced more things than you. So I think you can still hear everyone out. Like, I'm big on just listening to everyone, like, listen, listen, listen to everyone, but still don't worry about like still make your own decision at the end of the day, but still like listen as much as possible. But I think you can do both those things at the same time.
Sure.
Yeah,
Like not have to prove yourself, but still listen to others.
I would agree with Hayden there. I think, especially when you're super young and you're just coming out of college, like you don't really have, I mean, a lot of people do, but it's completely normal and common for you to not really have a career path laid out for you. And I think the more you kind of like get into the real world, or at least this is how I've experienced it, like the more you start to realize how little you know about things. And that's why like I completely agree with Hayden when he's saying like always listen to like older people or like people who have experience and knowledge about things. Like even though you're young and you're like it's easy to like jump to conclusions and be like, nah, like what do they really know more? Like they don't know what I want or they don't know my perspective on this. Like people who are old or who people who are just trying to give you advice that have experience, usually the advice is going to be good. So yeah, listening can never hurt. I mean, obviously, I think for you, Amir, like you've got to find something that you genuinely think you can enjoy. Maybe not right now, but like for a
Mm-hmm.
long-standing job in the future, finding something that you can like find, I don't know, some enjoyment out of is definitely ideal.
Totally. And I think Amir, like getting back to like say you're like the question and thinking about like you at job interviews, like how is it that you just fully how would it be possible to fully let go of others' opinions when you're literally trying to get a job from someone and they decide? But I
Mm-hmm.
think that, I mean, as you always say, like my favorite quote from you is that love always wins. And so like, yes, sir. And if you spread love and positivity and you treat the world kindly, the treat or like if you treat the world kindly, the world is going to treat you kindly. So like you'll find the right job if you be yourself and like spread as much love and positivity.
100%. I love that. And that's kind of like what I'm doing right now, you know? Like my whole thing as well is like energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like energy doesn't lie. The type of vibe you get from people, like, you could feel if something doesn't feel all right or if something's right. And it's like my whole thing is just kind of trying to understand the energy, like, and where I could be the best person that I could be. And also healthy, you know? Like I think health is the most important thing in this life, besides a couple other things. But I think if you don't have your health, you can't really enjoy this life. You can't really show that. You could show that love, but it's very difficult to show that love, you know? So yeah. Okay, young bucks. All right,
Oh,
young bucks.
there
Ooh.
we go. I love it.
Ooh.
That was a great segment. I
Yeah,
love
I like
me
that.
and me and Gundy talked about that for a while the other day. It was great. Great
Yeah,
That
we
was
had a
segment.
long
awesome.
conversation.
Hey
Um,
Gundy, one sec, Big H. Gundy, I didn't know your minor was philosophy. That was awesome,
Yeah.
man.
yes, sir.
Yeah, no, English major, minor in philosophy, which, dude, it was actually pretty funny because when I was in Edinburgh, I went to a comedy show. And, like, you know how, like, the purpose of a comedy show partially is to, like, roast the people there, the
Yeah.
audience members. So, like, the guy was, like, going down through, like, pretty much like every
Like,
person.
no way. Yeah.
Oh, and I was, like, dreading. I was like, God, like, I'm, like, some American. Like, these are, like, Northern Irish people here. So, like, I
Yeah.
feel kind of, like, on my own. And he gets to me, and then first he makes fun of my hair, and then he's like, "What are you studying in school?" And I was like, "English and philosophy." And he's like, "Oh, great!" Like, and he said, so, I forget the joke exactly, but it was something about how like I have like I have no career in the future. Like, job opportunities are going to be screwed or whatnot. And then everyone was laughing, and I
No,
mean,
but like,
it's interesting to think about because, like, bro. I mean, yes, I feel like English, philosophy, those aren't like typical academic fields of study that are going to merit really good jobs when you get out of college, you know, or like there's way like law school. That's something I'm doing right now. I'm studying for the LSAT. So I'm thinking I'm going to go into law school when I graduate.
yeah, no, totally, bro. Bro, I
Yeah.
was gonna say two things. One, like it is like those majors applying to law school is great. Like philosophy majors are the best, have the best chances of going into like getting into law school. So
Hey,
yeah.
where you get that stat from? Comiskey, huh?
From
You got that from
Comiskey, yes, sir.
Comiskey.
He
You
stresses
got that
that
from
so much.
Comiskey. Shout out
It's true
Comiskey.
though. I've looked it up. It's very true. And so one that's one thing. But two, bro, like having first of all, like English philosophy, like you're gonna have so much, like you might not have as much on paper to help you in the job, but you have way more like going on up here. I know it sounds cheesy, but like it's true.
Hmm.
Like you're gonna get so much more out of a liberal arts education than a lot of just direct, like I study this and then I do
Yeah.
this.
No, I agree with that.
But
Um,
it's a perfect way for the comedian to make fun of you. It is
oh
funny.
yeah, no, I mean he hit it right
Because
on.
I do this, I have the, I mean, I'm a philosophy major in politics. So you could do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
It's,
it was a pretty easy thing to, I mean, like, come on, when you hear that, you got to make a joke about it as a comedian. So I don't blame the guy.
yeah.
It's funny.
Um, all right. So segment two is sports. I got two things. First, we're gonna talk about NBA finals predictions and all. And then we're gonna get to the way too early since Gandhi's here. Pat's schedule prediction,
Ooh,
record prediction for 2025,
okay.
2026. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Amir, the new Pats fan as well.
Hey.
Chill, bro. I ain't with that.
Wait, a
I ain't
new
going
Pats
that,
fan.
bro.
He's gonna
I'm a
be
Raven. I'm a Raven.
what? Why, bro?
You knew this. You knew this.
Why? Because you like Lamar.
Lamar.
Yeah, that's right. I do love.
Lamar.
They're my second favorite team, but bro, why? Like, pick the Pats, bro.
Say
That's his team.
I used to be a Pats guy when I was younger, but they just won too much, you know. It was boring. I seen the Pats every
Bro.
year in the Super Bowl. It was boring, man. I had to switch it up, you know.
Wait, so you stopped supporting them because they were winning
Because
too?
they're
So look, Gundy, I went from being a Patriots guy to the Jaguars because you remember when Leonard Fournette,
they
Jalen
were
Ramsey,
terrible, bro. They
Blake
were
Yeah.
Bortles. Now that defense was some
they were
dogs.
horrendous though.
Bortles, okay. Most mid-white quarterback I've ever.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like that's the type of guy that like you had to play with on Madden because you got him on
Yeah,
random. He
literally.
can't run, he can't throw.
No,
Like
no.
he's not bad in real life, but like
Yeah, he's decent.
he had some good years for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you guys think you're funny? Like you think it's cool just
We
because
just, we just know what we're talking about. What can we say? We got knowledge when it comes to the NFL, bro.
Bro,
all right, watch what
this
Lamar
is
does to the
American football,
Pats.
bro.
Watch what Lamar does to the Pats.
I
Bro,
mean,
we actually play you guys here on the schedule, so
Watch what we do to the Pats.
all right.
we, bro, you say we?
You ain't part of the
Yes.
team.
You're from
You ain't part of the
Bermuda,
team.
bro.
All right, buddy. You from the
Yeah.
farm. What you want me to do to the Pats? Gundy from Connecticut.
Yeah,
Gundy in
yeah.
the barn right now.
Bro, we'll definitely go to another game this year, bro. That was so. Oh, that was 2 years ago. We went to a game. That was
Yeah, bro, we 100% should. I mean, especially if the Pats are good this year, which I don't want to jinx it. Knock on wood.
Oh, well, we're gonna be. No, trust me. We'll get to that in the predictions. But first, NBA Finals. So OKC's going to the finals. And then I actually haven't been paying attention to the other side of things. Pacers won yet
What the
or
helly? What the helly, Burton?
Oh no,
What the
oh
Pacers.
helly?
2-3-2.
Yeah, it's 3-2 going to game
But
7.
Pacers.
Pacers are gonna be at
Pacers.
home.
Pacers are going to the finals, man.
Pacers, if they got to win this next game, bro. If not, it's game 7 in New York.
Ooh, that's a
Dude,
bad spot to be
They
in the
got
final.
this is the game right now, bro.
never count what the
No,
helly
but
out
I
ever.
do want Pacers OKC would be such a like fun, interesting finals, bro. It's like no one could have predicted that preseason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of reasons why I want the Pacers to be in the finals. First off, the Knicks fans, they're getting to a point where
Yeah,
it's just a
bro.
little too, as a Celtics fan, it's just getting a little too obnoxious
It's
for
just annoying,
me.
bro.
Yeah, I mean the Tatum injury was also just devastating.
Yeah, exactly,
So
bro.
I don't want to see the Knicks in the finals. The Pacers, haven't they like never won a championship before? Is that correct?
Pacers have no, never.
So I mean, come on,
I
you
don't
got
even know if the Thunder have actually.
I think they won like 30 years ago or something crazy like that.
I don't think have they even been around that long? Yeah, you're right.
It was
1979.
when they were Seattle.
Hmm.
1979. Oh
Supersonics.
yeah, that's when they're the Supersonics. So low key, like not really,
Yeah.
but
So
like
basically haven't.
on it. Like it's still the franchise, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't think the Pacers have. Um, I would love to see the Pacers win, but I also do. I'm a Villanova fan, huge Villanova fan. So like, I wouldn't mind seeing like Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart win. It was also Dante DiVincenzo, but now just three of them. I wouldn't mind seeing them win the NBA championship, but
They're a likable team. Like all the
honestly, really any of the teams I could see winning. But it's just being a Celtics fan, I can't really root for the Knicks fully. So,
yeah.
we'll see. But
How
either
about
way,
OKC? Well, why are we hating on OKC? Like, what was up?
Well,
I would like to see OKC win for sure.
yeah, I mean they're a young
Oh,
team.
they're young. Like it would be great. It would be like a fun thing to see them win.
Yeah. I mean,
I, I
You
I
fan,
don't
bro?
agree with the Shea MVP.
what?
No, I'm sorry. I think that's Jokic this
Okay.
season.
I just
Jokic's
don't like
stats have been
watching
like
Jokic play.
actually like incredible. Like this
He
guy,
he's incredible, bro.
he
It's
could be the best center the league has ever seen. I'm not even kidding.
I wouldn't
Like,
Oh
mind.
wow.
He is incredible. I wouldn't mind seeing Shy be MVP though. It's just like, yeah,
yeah,
I don't know. Jokic complains a lot to the refs, bro. It's like not that fun and like
I
I
don't
don't.
really.
Shy is
Shy's
like, very fun to
game
watch.
plan is he likes to foul. Like he likes to get fouls. He's a
Oh,
freak.
that's true, bro. Who was it?
Okay,
Ben
guys,
Watson?
we're running out of time. It
We got
says
10 minutes.
there's 10 minutes
10
left.
minutes left.
Yeah. All
Uh,
right. Well, quick Pats prediction. We're going 18-0. I went through every single game, or 17-0. I went through
Holy
every single game.
illusion.
I predicted an exact score, and I was honest, like for every game. I don't see us losing a single game.
Wow. Okay. As a realistic Pats fan, I say we're gonna be 10-7. 10
Yeah,
and
that's great. Make a wild card. That would be nice.
yeah, no.
We're gonna be in the playoffs. Like
Yeah. I see that. I see that for us.
we might blow. I took it game by game, like game by game. I was like imagining the day. I was like, I
So
just
Big
don't.
H, let's go through each game right now. Win or lose.
Yo,
Let's
no, we
go
don't
through
have time, bro.
let's go through the
9
schedule.
minutes left. Let's go.
All right, real quick. I do have it on my computer.
All right, let's
All
see
right,
it
I'll
real
just
quick.
give you some examples. Like Raiders, first game, first week. Are you kidding me? It's the
W.
Yeah, you
we're
beat the
gonna win.
Raiders for sure. W
Second
one
week,
0,
Dolphins in Miami.
2
This
0.
one is going to be 24-23. We barely squeaked this one out.
Mm-hmm.
We have some confidence. They're really not going to be that good this year.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean they're a decent team. Some
Steelers have a great defense. Low scoring game. We win 17-14. Close one.
Big H, time's not on our side. Now let's go through
All
that.
just start saying like what
right, all
team.
right. Yo, time for final segment. Time for final segment. We're 17-0. So,
Buddy, what
oh
are you
wait,
talking
here's what
about,
I will
man?
say Week 16 versus the Ravens. I have us winning 34-31.
Hey,
I agree.
I say we clean
Look,
sweep them.
look at it.
Lamar's getting injured first couple games of the season. He's done. Ravens franchise is over.
Yeah.
Switches teams to I don't know. What's a team that Amir would support besides the Ravens?
Bro,
Not
it
the
ain't
Pats,
no other
man.
team. It ain't no other team. You feel me? You guys are trying to be
Bro, you are
funny and
not a
silly
diehard
All
Ravens
right,
fan.
bro. I know, I
and
know.
goofy and all of that funny stuff. Like, there's no other team. Feel me?
All right. Yo, final segment of the
Nah,
debate.
it ain't all right. It ain't all right. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
No.
But I'm gonna
Bro,
let it
right,
go.
okay, all right.
I'm gonna
Dude,
let it
Lamar's
go.
gonna get
Speaking with
injured.
love. See, you guys are
Lamar's
trying to
gonna
get
get
me out of love. I'm gonna
Yeah.
stay in love. I'm gonna stay in love.
Hey. All right, bro.
Yo,
Um,
all right,
all right.
Brody.
On the quote of the day. So the debate is on the quote of the day. So basically, is this true? Like an unexamined life, is it truly worth living? Like, should you live not questioning anything at all and just kind of going with the flow of things, living your everyday life? Like, is ignorance bliss, basically? You know what I'm saying?
I think it depends. I think if you go through life in this kind of unexamined, ignorant, whatever you want to call it way, I think
Mhm.
if you go through your life and the this hypothetical person is happy or content with I don't know, like the main aspects of their life. They like have good relationships with the people in their lives. If they're doing something they enjoy, if they're like happy, sure, I'm not gonna like say like you're living life the wrong way, even if they're
Or-
but I think in general, it's healthy for you, like like psychologically, it's very healthy for you to not live so obliviously to like yourself and your feelings and your emotions or whatever the unexamined life or the examined life means exactly. Um, I think it's always healthy to uh try to check yourself sometimes and like look at where you are in life and if the relationships you have or the decisions you're making are healthy or not. Like I always think that's healthy. So yeah.
I love that. My whole it's pretty similar to Gundy, but my philosophy on life is kind of like I only got one shot at this thing, and it's like I need to take accountability for all of my. Why are you laughing over here? It's not.
Gundy's smiling, bro. That was
I
not.
keep I've
guys,
seen it.
guys are dying.
Loud.
Hey man, hey.
Sorry. It was Hayden. It was Hayden.
I know it's always Big H, man. It's little H today. Ain't no Big H, it's little H.
Yeah,
But yeah,
what?
hey,
Ooh.
my philosophy to life is kind of like you just take accountability for your actions and you make your choice, you make your decision. But like I don't really believe in like you can listen to people and exchange ideas and stuff like that. But whatever is the final decision that you make, I think you should ride out with that decision. I don't think you should blame other people for, oh, it went wrong because of this. So I think 100% accountability for yourself and like you're the artist in this world. You make a way for
Yeah,
yourself. So that's kind of my thought process and my philosophy. How about you, Big H?
I like that, bro. I would say, bro, it wasn't even me, bro. It was Henry.
All right, buddy.
Bro, I wasn't even
Um,
it was Hayden made me laugh. Like if you want
Nah,
to
no,
me,
no, no. Actually, here's the thing. Amir makes me laugh without trying, but Henry makes me laugh because he's like that kid, like when you're in like fifth grade, and like Henry for me is like I look over and like the teacher's like like dead serious, like screaming at the class, and you look
Uh-huh.
over and
And he's just
Henry starts
chilling.
giggling and stuff.
bro, I was just trying not to laugh. I'm not gonna lie though, yeah, it's because that's the exact situation I kind of felt. So Amir was talking, and then I'm looking at Hayden, and
Yes, exactly.
Hayden's just giving me a little look, and I was just like, it's gonna make me
Yeah,
laugh.
I feel that. That's what
Um,
it's about.
exactly. All right, so back to the question though. I
Uh,
think that it's important to because I've been thinking about this a lot recently with like, is ignorance bliss? I've been thinking about like we talked about this last or 2 weeks ago, Amir, with like the goats and like whether they know they're happy or not. Like, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Like to just kind of live, like not totally know what's going on. The thing is, like, we don't really know what's going on, right? So like we're never really going to fully figure out what life is all about. And so I think it's just important to, I think the more you examine your life and kind of like try to like think about things philosophically and like talk to others about these things, like the more you can truly like understand what's going on in the world and the more, I don't know, like emotion you can experience. And I think it's so important to, I don't know, to be able, like the more emotion you experience is important. There's this line in Stubborn Love. I think it's the Lumineers, I think. It's like it's better to feel pain than nothing at all. And I think that's so true. So even if you're examining your life and things aren't great, you're still like truly living more than if you're just like going along with everyday life and like you're not like forming true connection with the world and with other people.
I think this could go into like a deeper segment, maybe on the next show, but like the whole thing, like with drugs, if that makes any sense. Like kind of like the escape, like why people take drugs and do drugs and stuff like that. I kind of just think that concept. I don't know if I'm a little bit off, but I think
No,
that whole
bro, I totally
concept
totally agree.
is very interesting, bro. Very
I
interesting.
concur on both fronts.
Yeah.
I think I mean I need more time to think on that, I guess, but I think that that is an interesting point on like yeah, people want to escape or like see things in a different way.
Hmm.
Or like not wanting to like they don't want they want to escape like thinking about these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the more you can try find true happiness in thinking about these things,
But I think
that's true happiness. You know what I mean? Like, or not happiness, that's true contentment.
I agree, Big H, but I think the difficulty is that when having these difficult conversations, you have to face it head on. And I don't think a lot of people might be ready to face it head on and really say, you know what, I'm gonna face this and
No,
we're gonna
exactly.
talk about this. So I think maybe, yeah, interesting though. But we got less than a minute, man.
Yeah, bro.
Hey,
Listen,
man,
and
Zoom.
bro, why does it not tell us how many seconds? So then once it's
That's what
less
I'm.
than a minute, we have no idea. Like,
Bro, the meeting came and went quickly. What can I
yeah,
say?
bro.
We just got lost in thought and discussion, you know.
Exactly, bro. Yo, thank
Hey,
you so much for coming on, Gundy. This was a
Of course, it
great
was my
show.
pleasure. Thank you so much for inviting me, you guys. I can already tell this is a very serious and promising podcast that has, I mean, there's potential here. I'm seeing potential out of you two, really, like as someone who knows what he's talking about.
No,
hey,
exactly. This
Gundy.
guy is a mover. Like he's a big
I'm legit. I'm legit.
Nah, you are, bro. Like
No,
you,
you
you
are, bro.
really, you what the hell? You one of them. You know what I'm saying? You one of
Yeah.
them. You a big dog. But hey, we guys gonna wrap it up. It's a pleasure,
Yeah.
Gundy.